Hi guys, here's a nice little upcycling project you can do if you've got some of those old Observer's books. Now this one is the Observer's Book of Freshwater Fishes of the British Isles. This is an old publication from the 1940s, I think this one is. So this one's not in too bad condition considering it's probably nearly 80 years old. So it's got the jacket cover, so I'm not going to chop that one up. That's my little copy. I've got quite a few of them here. Oops, I've got a selection of them over there. Grasses, seashore pets, grasses, wildflowers, etc. But I did have a very tatty copy of the Freshwater Fishes one. It's the same as that. It's the same as that one, but it's got no cover. And it was, to be honest, it was falling apart a bit. So I thought I could make some nice little pictures, little prints, and put them in frames, because the little colour plates are really nice. I do really like them. So I've cut some out, and I went out down to what was that shop I went to, Bab?
The Range.
Oh, I went to the Range. That's right. It's like, what will you class that shop as? It's like, what do you call those shops? What are they classed as?
General garden.
Well, yeah, it's like a Home Depot store, DIY, camping gear, sells everything. But anyway, so you want to find a shop that's got lots of supplies to frames. So I cut the plates out. That one's roach and rudd. Pike. Trouble is they're two-sided, which is a bit of a shame. So you've got to choose the one you want. That's a pike there, a jack pike. They're very nice, these plates. The old common bream. Gudgeon, stone loach, spine loach, perch. Anyway, look, so what I did was I chose some frames. They're like £2 each. Those were actually only £1.80 or something. And I actually bought some mounts as well. So there's the mount. And that's the crucian carp. That's one of my favourite fish. So I put the crucian carp in a nice little frame there. I've done the tench. And I've done the bullhead. I love bullheads. I used to catch those when I was a little kid. They live in freshwater streams. They like the chalk streams. And everybody's favourite, the 3-spine stickleback. All the kids used to love catching those, didn't you, when we were children? Tiddlers, they used to be called, didn't they? Kathy, you used to catch sticklebacks with a net?
No.
Where you get them, those little cheap nets, and you'd be down in the little rivers and the streams trying to catch the stickleback. So it's quite nostalgic for me. And then if you turned over stones in streams, sometimes you catch a bullhead or miller's thumb. They used to call it the miller's thumb because apparently the miller in the old days, when he was testing the grain or the millet to see if it was ready, he would push his thumb down to feel it, and he would get a flat thumb after years and years of doing that. And they used to call this fish the miller's thumb because it was a bit flattened on the head part. You can see the shape. It looks like a thumb, doesn't it, I suppose? It looks a bit like a thumb. I think that's the right story anyway. Looks like a miller's thumb. Anyway, there we go. That's what I've done. Trouble is, my wife says I can't put any more pictures up, so.
I didn't say that.
Oh, can I put them up then?
I said you could put them up the stairs.
Well, I can put some pictures up then.
I didn't.
Well, can I put some pictures up or not?
I told you they could go up the stairs.
Oh, I can go up the stairs. I'm not allowed to put them in anymore in this room though. She says I put too much clutter everywhere. There's a lot there as well. She accuses me of cluttering the house up with all my junk. But, you know, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? I like collecting things. Look, I'll show you some other things I've got over here. This was actually hers, but I've kind of taken it over a bit. What have we got in here? We've got a few little odds and sods from the charity shop. We've got a mole there, a manatee, a little cat, pewter cat. There's a seal hiding there, hedgehog, little lamp, a little steam engine, Hero steam engine, a little brass tortoise. I'm rather fond of that. And some other paraphernalia. This is quite an interesting thing. This is in the old days, like when you wanted to fix a bolt into stonework, they didn't have like raw bolts. So they would make a hole in the stone, like if you want to put a hinge or a fence post, hang a gate. You get the bolt, you'd have to make a hole, and you tip molten lead in it, and that would keep it secure into the stonework. And you could hang whatever you wanted off it. So I thought that was quite interesting. Let's put that back in there. I found that somewhere, I can't remember where. So yeah, although that's interesting. That's a oh, what's going on there? That is an iron pyrite nodule. You find that in quite clay soil. It seems to have started splitting open since I've had it. Look at that. So you find that in quite clay soil. It's just a iron pyrites nodule. Let's put that back in there. We've got some more things in here. These are really amazing, these things. These are Paleolithic, my Paleolithic stone collection of stone tools made by prehistoric man. This is an Acheulean hand axe, probably made by a Neanderthal. So that's probably maybe 200,000 years old. So it's a multi-purpose tool. They would like get a lump of flint. They were very good at making the tools, and they would chip away at it, get a nice flake, and they create this ovate shape. And this is still sharp. It's still sharp. This is 200,000 years old probably. Made by probably a non-atomically modern human. So it could be Homo heidelbergensis, or it could be Homo neanderthalensis. Not sure, it's impossible to know really. These come from southwest France. So yeah, there's another one there. That's quite a nice one there as well. There's another iron pyrites there. And that I think is a hammer stone, so that's been rounded off by rolling around the riverbed. But they would use that tool to shape these. Keep hammering away at it until they get the shape. Very skilled they were at that sort of thing. There's a little horse here. This is from the Upper Paleolithic, I believe. So this is probably maybe 10,000 years old. That's a carved horse's head from a piece of bone. That's amazing, isn't it? You can see that's a horse's head. The rest of this is gone. So yeah, that was made by probably a modern human when they arrived in Europe. Let's put him back on there. And there's some little microliths as well. Those are little. The atomically modern humans made they made small tools, lots of little things. They would mount them, and they could use them as like they used to make saws and things, what have you. And drills. I think that's like a drill. That's a flake of flint where it had a little point on. They would drill that to make the holes in leather, for making clothing and stuff like that. There's another little one there. What's that? That's like a little tool. You can see how it's been worked. So that would have been a little multi-purpose tool for cutting or slicing or drilling. The modern humans were a bit more, made more delicate tools. Anyway, there we go. That's just a little example of some of my collection. More photographs in frames. Anyway, there we go. Just a quick little project for you guys. If you have one of these old Observer books, you can make yourself up a nice little plate. There we go. So I'll find somewhere to hang these up. Catch you guys later. Over and out. Bye.